Have you ever found yourself at the end of a busy day wondering where the time went? Have you ever set big goals only to see them drowned in the endless flood of minor tasks and distractions? In our fast-paced world, we're always doing something, checking our phones, responding to messages, attending meetings, but often, at the end of it all, we feel as though we're just treading water, barely keeping afloat. Why is that? Acharya Chanakya, a great philosopher and strategist, would urge us to look deeper. He taught that every moment, every action, every habit must serve a greater purpose. We must prioritize the most important things in our lives, for if we don't, life will be filled with distractions, leaving us empty and unfulfilled. So today, let's learn how to bring Chanakya's wisdom into our time management, one of the most critical skills of our lives. In this first phase, we'll explore 7 fundamental principles that help us prioritize, focus, and use our time purposefully. Chapter 1. Prioritize what truly matters. Think for a moment about the things that are most precious in your life. Is it your family, your health, your dreams? In Chanakya's teachings, he emphasized the concept of dharma, our personal duty, and the higher purpose that gives meaning to our lives. If our day is filled with small, unimportant things, then we lose sight of this purpose. This idea is much like the story of the professor's jar filled with stones, pebbles, and sand. The big stones must go in first. Chanakya would tell us, only when the mind is clear and focused can one begin to truly serve their higher purpose. So what are the big stones in your life? Reflect on this question deeply because the answer should guide the way you structure your time. Let go of the trivial distractions that are not adding real value to your life and begin with the essentials. Chapter 2. Practice daily discipline. Chanakya taught that discipline is the foundation of success. Imagine if we could spend even just 20 minutes every day focused on organizing and planning our time. Think of what a powerful change that simple act would create. Discipline, according to Chanakya, is not about forcing yourself to do things you dislike. It's about training your mind to stay on a meaningful path despite the distractions around you. He said, even a small effort each day can change the course of one's destiny. So set aside time each day to clarify your goals, organize your tasks, and align yourself with your larger purpose. With this practice, you will build discipline, and discipline will build success. Chapter 3. Embrace technology mindfully. Technology is a powerful tool, but let's be honest, how often does it end up controlling us? How often do we lose precious hours scrolling on our phones or replying to emails, only to realize we've done nothing meaningful? Chanakya was a strategist, a man who believed that every tool must serve a purpose. He would ask, how does this activity contribute to your higher goals? In today's world, we need to use technology with intention. Limit notifications, set specific times for checking emails, and most importantly, don't allow technology to interrupt your focus on what matters most. Use it to save time, not to waste it. Chapter 4. Seek a path aligned with your nature. Chanakya advised that each person has a unique swadharma, or personal duty aligned with their strengths and qualities. Time management isn't about squeezing more into our day, but about aligning our actions with our purpose. What are your strengths? What are the goals that light a fire within you? Don't waste your life chasing someone else's vision. A man who walks his own path. Chanakya said, find satisfaction that no external success can provide. Find what you are good at, what fulfills you, and ensure your time is directed toward nurturing these skills. This alignment is where productivity becomes joyful and effortless, where success feels meaningful. Chapter 5. Control your attention. Imagine for a moment how powerful you would be if you could maintain complete focus on what's important. Chanakya knew that a scattered mind is a powerless one. He would advise us to train our focus, to remove distractions, and to concentrate deeply on our tasks. Today, distractions come from every direction. Our phones, social media, the constant ping of notifications. But to achieve something meaningful, we must resist these temptations. Chanakya would remind us, the wise person's mind is like a clear, undisturbed lake. Only in stillness can one see clearly. Remove distractions, set boundaries, and give your full attention to one task at a time. When you control your attention, you master your time. Chapter 6. Set purposeful daily goals. Chapter. In Chanakya's philosophy, each day has its own unique purpose. He often spoke of the importance of taking small, deliberate steps every day, rather than rushing forward aimlessly. Every day, set clear, realistic goals that move you closer to your larger purpose. Ask yourself, what can I do today that will make a difference tomorrow? When you focus on meaningful daily goals, you'll find that life becomes not just productive but deeply fulfilling. Your work won't just feel like a checklist. It will feel like a journey toward a worthy goal. Chapter 7. Embrace the power of time blocking. Chanakya believed in order and structure, and he knew that the mind works best when it has clear boundaries. Time blocking is a powerful way to bring order to our chaotic days. Set aside blocks of time for different activities, whether it's work, family, or self-reflection. This approach helps ensure you're making time for all areas of your life that truly matter. Imagine each block of time as a commitment to one part of your life. For instance, give the morning to your most challenging tasks, spend the evening with loved ones, and set aside moments for self-care. Chanakya would say, a balanced life is a strong life. By blocking your time, you respect each part of your life and give it the energy it deserves. Acharya Chanakya believed that wisdom, discipline, and purposeful action were the pillars of a fulfilling life. In these 7 principles, we see how his teachings align perfectly with modern strategies for time management. Remember, managing your time well isn't just about getting more done. It's about making sure that what you do each day brings you closer to your true purpose. So start each day with clarity, prioritize the things that matter, use technology with intention, and control your focus. Walk the path that's right for you. Set purposeful goals, and embrace a structured approach. As Chanakya himself would say, the wise person chooses actions carefully, for every action shapes the future. In the first phase of this speech, we explored how to identify our priorities and structure our time. Now we continue with 7 more principles from Chanakya's teachings. These points will help us cultivate resilience, focus, and above all, the clarity we need to lead a life aligned with our highest values. Chapter 8. Develop mental resilience. Chapter. Let me ask you, how do you react when challenges come your way? When obstacles appear, do you give up, or do you find a way to push forward? Chanakya taught that resilience is one of the most critical qualities we can develop. In life, setbacks are inevitable, but our response determines our success. He said, the strong will do not fear the difficult path. Their strength lies in their ability to stand firm. So, how can we build this resilience? By facing challenges instead of avoiding them. In moments of difficulty, remind yourself that each obstacle is an opportunity to grow stronger and wiser. Overcoming hardship is how we become resilient, and with resilience, we can achieve any goal. Chapter 9. Embrace self-reliance. In today's interconnected world, it's easy to rely on others for validation, support, or even decision-making. But Chanakya believed that true power lies in self-reliance. He would ask, are you strong enough to stand alone if needed? Self-reliance isn't about rejecting others. It's about building the confidence and capability to thrive on your own. Take time to develop your skills, deepen your knowledge, and strengthen your mind. Cultivate a mindset that seeks solutions within, rather than waiting for help from others. When you're self-reliant, you stand strong even when circumstances are uncertain, and this inner strength becomes your foundation in all situations. Chapter 10. Learn the art of patience. Now think about your goals and dreams. How often do you find yourself growing impatient, eager for instant results? Chanakya taught that patience is an essential virtue for anyone who seeks lasting success. He believed that rushing often leads to mistakes, while patience allows us to make wiser, more strategic decisions. Patience is not just the ability to wait. Chanakya said, it is the ability to keep a positive attitude while waiting. In today's fast-paced world, cultivate patience as a strength. Remember that great things take time, and sometimes the path to success requires persistence more than anything else. Embrace each step of the journey and trust that, with time, your efforts will bear fruit. Chapter 11. Value knowledge and wisdom. How often do we focus on accumulating material things, thinking they will bring us happiness or status? Chanakya taught that knowledge and wisdom are the true sources of power, not wealth. He advised, invest in knowledge, for it is the only treasure that no one can take from you. In a world where information is everywhere, wisdom is rare, and it's wisdom that gives us insight, understanding, and a sense of purpose. Dedicate time to learning, to reading, and to surrounding yourself with wise voices. Seek knowledge not just for the sake of knowing, but for the sake of growing. When we make knowledge our focus, we find clarity, purpose, and a direction in life that material things alone can never provide. Chapter 12. Control your desires. Let's be honest. Our desires can often lead us astray. Whether it's the urge to buy unnecessary things, the desire for recognition, or the need to constantly compare ourselves to others, unrestrained desires can easily consume us. Chanakya taught that true freedom comes from mastering one's desires, rather than being mastered by them. He would say, a man who is ruled by his desires is no more than a slave. To manage desires, first recognize them. Ask yourself if they align with your higher purpose or if they are mere distractions. Then, focus your energy on what truly matters, reducing the noise of superficial wants. When you control your desires, you regain control of your time, your energy, and ultimately, your life. Chapter 13. Surround yourself with the right people. Who do you spend your time with? Acharya Chanakya believed that our company shapes our character. He often said, a man is known by the friends he keeps. The people around us influence our thoughts, our habits, and our direction in life. If we surround ourselves with positive, goal-oriented individuals, we're likely to absorb those qualities. On the other hand, negative or unmotivated people can drag us down. So, choose your circle wisely. Seek out people who inspire you, who challenge you to grow, and who encourage you to be your best self. In today's interconnected world, remember that your company also includes the books you read, the media you consume, and even the social media accounts you follow. Make sure these influences uplift and empower you. Chapter 14. Cultivate humility and gratitude. Finally, have you ever noticed how easy it is to take things for granted? Our achievements, relationships, even our health can sometimes go unnoticed as we rush through life. Chanakya taught that humility and gratitude are essential virtues for a balanced and fulfilling life. He believed that success without humility is empty, and that gratitude keeps us grounded. He said, a humble heart is open to wisdom, and a grateful heart is open to happiness. In our fast-paced lives, pause each day to reflect on what you're thankful for. Recognize the efforts of those around you, and appreciate the small blessings in life. Humility reminds us that we're always learning, always growing. And gratitude keeps us connected to the present, reminding us that joy can be found right where we are. Acharya Chanakya's wisdom teaches us that success is not just about hard work. It's about aligning our efforts with principles that lead to a purposeful life. In this phase, we learned about resilience, self-reliance, patience, wisdom, control over desires, and the power of the right company. Each of these teachings serves as a pillar to help us grow stronger, wiser, and more grounded. Remember, life is not a sprint but a journey. Build resilience by facing challenges. Seek self-reliance through skill and confidence. Cultivate patience. Invest in knowledge. Control your desires. Choose your company wisely. And practice humility and gratitude daily. These qualities will not only lead to a more fulfilling life, but will also make you a person of true strength and character. As Chanakya himself would remind us, the man who is wise lives his life not by chance, but by choice. Let's make the choice today to live wisely, to honor our values, and to use each moment to build a life of meaning. Friends, as we near the end of our journey through the wisdom of Acharya Chanakya, let's reflect on how his teachings apply to our lives today. Chanakya didn't just offer advice on achieving success. He taught principles that guide us to live with clarity, purpose, and integrity. His insights help us become resilient, self-reliant individuals who live not just for ourselves, but for the well-being of others. In this final phase, we'll delve into 7 more teachings that focus on discipline, kindness, and leading a balanced life. These teachings remind us that true success isn't just about outward achievements, but also about inner peace, meaningful relationships, and living in harmony with ourselves and the world. Chapter 15. Practice self-discipline. Think about your day-to-day habits. Are they building you up or holding you back? Chanakya said, "A person who lacks discipline may reach the top but cannot stay there." He believed that self-discipline is the cornerstone of success. Without it, even the most talented people fall short, while disciplined individuals often achieve beyond expectations. To practice self-discipline, start by setting small, achievable goals. Commit to a routine that aligns with your larger purpose and stay consistent. Self-discipline means doing what's necessary, even when it's hard or inconvenient. It's this consistency that shapes us and helps us achieve true and lasting success. Chapter 16. Treat others with respect and kindness. In our pursuit of goals, how often do we think about the people around us? Chanakya taught that true strength lies in treating others with respect and kindness. He believed that no one succeeds alone and that helping others uplifts us as well. He said, "Respect is earned not by wealth or power, but by humility and kindness." In today's world, where competition can make us overlook empathy, remember that our actions have an impact on others. Show kindness, offer a helping hand, and treat everyone with dignity. Kindness builds strong, meaningful relationships, and it's through these connections that we find true fulfillment. Chapter 17. Seek solutions, not excuses. When faced with obstacles, what's your first response? Do you look for solutions, or do you get discouraged and look for excuses? Chanakya taught that life is full of challenges, and excuses only keep us from moving forward. He believed that the mindset of a leader is one that constantly seeks solutions, no matter how difficult the situation. To live by this principle, adopt a proactive attitude. When challenges arise, take a moment to assess the situation calmly, then focus on finding a way forward. By doing so, we train our minds to be resilient problem solvers. Excuses only hold us back. Solutions are what keep us progressing. Chapter 18. Practice mindfulness and inner reflection. Do you take time to pause and reflect on your thoughts and actions? In today's fast-paced world, we're often so focused on doing that we forget to simply be. Chanakya believed that inner reflection is crucial for personal growth. He said, "In silence, we hear the voice of wisdom." Take moments throughout the day to practice mindfulness. Reflect on your actions, your thoughts, and your goals. This self-awareness will help you understand your true motivations and make better choices. Through reflection, we gain clarity, and clarity leads us to a more peaceful and fulfilling life. Chapter 19. Balance work and rest. How often do you push yourself to exhaustion in the name of productivity? Chanakya taught that success requires balance, not burnout. He said, "Rest is as important as work, for it renews the strength of the mind and body." He believed that only when we respect our need for rest can we perform at our best. In today's busy world, it's easy to overlook the need for downtime. But remember, rest is a vital part of growth. Take breaks, prioritize sleep, and allow yourself to recharge. When we balance work with rest, we create a sustainable path to success and avoid the pitfalls of stress and exhaustion. Chapter 20. Cultivate adaptability. How do you respond when life takes unexpected turns? Do you resist, or are you willing to adapt? Chanakya taught that those who adapt survive, and those who resist change are left behind. He said, "A wise person is like water. They flow wherever life takes them." Life is unpredictable, and our ability to adapt determines our resilience. Cultivate flexibility in your approach and be willing to change course if needed. This doesn't mean giving up on your goals, but rather adjusting your path to reach them. When we become adaptable, we not only survive life's changes, but thrive because of them. Chapter 21. Lead a life of integrity. Finally, let me ask you, what values do you stand for? Chanakya believed that integrity is the foundation of a meaningful life. He said, "True greatness is not in what we possess, but in how we live with honor." He taught that a person who stands by their principles is respected, even in challenging times. Living with integrity means being honest with yourself and others, staying true to your values, and making choices that reflect your principles. In today's world, where it's often tempting to take shortcuts, integrity sets us apart. A life of integrity brings not just success, but also inner peace and fulfillment. Dear friends, as we conclude this journey through the teachings of Acharya Chanakya, let's take a moment to reflect on the wisdom he left behind. These final 7 principles remind us that success isn't just about achievements. It's about building a strong character, cultivating resilience, and living in harmony with others. To recap, embrace self-discipline. Treat others with respect. Seek solutions over excuses. Practice mindfulness. Balance work with rest. Be adaptable and always lead with integrity. When we apply these principles, we're not only preparing for success, we're building lives filled with purpose and meaning. As you go forward, remember that true fulfillment lies not just in what we do, but in who we become. Chanakya's teachings guide us to live with strength, humility, and purpose, regardless of our circumstances. Each day, ask yourself, are my actions aligned with my highest values? Am I building the life I truly want? Thank you for taking this journey of wisdom with me. May these teachings inspire you to live with clarity, resilience, and integrity. And may they bring you peace and fulfillment on the path ahead.